Hi. In this course, you may see questions where you will need to prove whether or not equations are true. And to do this, we use the values of trigonometric ratios for special angles and simplify in order to show the left-hand side of the equation is equal to the right-hand side. So let's put in our table for special angles, and now we can look at some examples. Prove the following. Tan 45 degrees is equal to sine 45 degrees over cos 45 degrees. Let's start with the left-hand side. And now we can find the value for tan 45 degrees, which in our table we can see is 1. So we say tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. And we have now simplified the left-hand side. So let's look at the right-hand side. Sine 45 degrees over cos 45 degrees. From the table, we can see sine 45 degrees is 1 over root 2 all over cos 45 degrees, which is also 1 over root 2. But now we have fractions within the fraction, and this can become quite confusing. We know that when working with fractions, we are dividing the numerator by the denominator. So we can rewrite this as 1 over root 2 divided by 1 over root 2. Now to simplify, we can tip and times, and we get 1 over root 2 multiplied by root 2 over 1. In these fractions, our 1's will cancel, the root 2's will cancel, and we're left with 1. Now we can see the left-hand side is equal to 1, and the right-hand side is equal to 1. So as our final answer, we say the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. And now we can do another example. Cos 60 degrees is equal to cos squared 30 degrees minus sine squared 30 degrees. Let's start with the left-hand side. From our table, we can see cos 60 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. So we can say cos 60 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. We have now simplified the left-hand side. Now let's look at the right-hand side. Let's start by finding the value of cos 30 degrees, which we can see is root 3 over 2. But we want cos squared 30 degrees. So let's put our fraction into a bracket and square it. Then we're going to minus the value of sine 30 degrees, which we can see in the table is 1 over 2. Again, we want sine squared, so let's put this fraction to a bracket and square it. Now we can square our fractions. Root 3 squared gives us 3 over 2 squared, which is 4, minus 1 squared, which is 1, over 2 squared, which is 4. Now we have 3 over 4 minus 1 over 4, which gives us 2 over 4. Let's simplify this fraction, and we get 1 over 2. Now our left-hand side is equal to 1 over 2, and so is our right-hand side. So as our answer, we can say the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Let's do another example. Cos 60 degrees multiplied by sine 30 multiplied by tan 60 all over sine 30 multiplied by tan 30 multiplied by cos 60 is equal to 3. Now in this case, the right-hand side is equal to 3. So all we have to do is prove the fraction has a value of 3 as well. So we can focus on the left-hand side. Now, before we start filling in values, let's see if there are any commonalities in the fraction. We have 60 degrees in the numerator and the denominator, so these two will cancel out. We have sine 30 degrees in the numerator and the denominator as well, so these two will cancel out as well. And we're left with tan 60 degrees over tan 30. And now we can look at these values. Tan 60 degrees is square root 3 all over tan 30 degrees, which is 1 over root 3. Again, we've got a fraction within a fraction. So let's rewrite this as root 3 divided by 1 over root 3. Now we can tip in times, and we get root 3 multiplied by root 3 over 1, which is simply root 3. Square root 3 multiplied by square root 3, it leaves us with an answer of 3. This is equal to the right-hand side, so we can say equal to the right-hand side. Let's do another one. 3 tan squared 30 degrees plus 1 over 4 sec 60 degrees plus cot squared 45 degrees minus 2 over 3 sine squared 60 is equal to 6. Now the right-hand side is equal to 6. So to solve this equation, all we have to do is prove the left-hand side is equal to 6 as well. Let's start by filling in all of our values. Here we have 3, then we're working with tan 30 degrees, which is 1 over root 3. So we're going to say 3 multiplied by 1 over root 3. Let's close the bracket. We're looking at tan squared, so let's square this, plus 1 over 4. Now we need sec 60 degrees. We know that sec is the reciprocal ratio of cos. And in our table, we can see that cos 60 is 1 over 2. So let's flip it, and for sec 60 degrees, we get 2. We can put this in a bracket as well. Now we're going to say plus 5, and now we need the value for cot squared 45 degrees. Cot is the reciprocal of tan. Tan 45 degrees is 1, which means cot 45 degrees is 1 as well. We can put this into a bracket. We're looking at cot squared, so let's square our bracket as well. Now we say minus 2 over 3 multiplied by sine squared 60. Sine 60 degrees is root 3 over 2, so we can put this into a bracket, and now we can square it. Now we can simplify. Let's start by squaring our brackets. We have 3 inside our first bracket. 1 squared is simply 1 over root 3 squared, which is 3. Let's close this bracket, plus 1 over 4 multiplied by 2, which gives us 2 over 4, plus 1 squared, which is 1, multiplied by 5 gives us 5, minus 2 over 3. Now in our bracket, we have root 3 squared, which is simply 3, over 2 squared, which is 4. And let's close this bracket. And now we can expand. 3 multiplied by 1 over 3. Here our 3's cancel out, and we're left with 1. Then we have plus 2 over 4 plus 5 minus 2 over 3 multiplied by 3 over 4. Here our 3's can cancel. We're left with 2 over 4. Let's simplify, and we get 1 over 2. Now we have 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 5 minus 1 over 2. 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 leaves us with 0. So we're left with 1 plus 5, which gives us an answer of 6. Now we can see that the left-hand side is also equal to 6. So we can say is equal to the right-hand side. Let's do one final example. Prove the following. Tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B all over 1 plus tan A multiplied by tan B, where A is 60 degrees and B is 30 degrees. Now, before we can find our special values, we need to substitute 60 into our A value and 30 into our B values. So we can say tan, open our bracket, A, which is 60 degrees, minus B, which is now 30. Close the bracket, is equal to, in the numerator of our fraction, we have tan A, so we get tan 60 minus tan 30, all over 1 plus tan A is 60 degrees, multiplied by tan B, which is 30. Now we can look at each side of the equation. Let's start with the left-hand side. Here we have tan 60 degrees minus 30 degrees gives us 30 degrees. We look at our table, tan 30 degrees is equal to 1 over root 3. We've now simplified the left-hand side. Now we can look at the right-hand side, and we need to simplify this fraction. Tan 60 degrees is equal to root 3, so we can say root 3 minus, now we need to find tan 30 degrees. From our table, we can see it's 1 over root 3, all over the denominator of the fraction, 1 plus tan 60, which is root 3, let's put into a bracket, multiplied by tan 30, which is 1 over root 3. And let's put this into a bracket as well. And now we can simplify. In the numerator, we have root 3 minus 1 over root 3. And to simplify this, we need to find a common denominator, which in this case is root 3. So let's take our original root 3, multiply by root 3, and we get a fraction of 3 over root 3. And we can subtract 1 over root 3 all over our denominator of 1 plus root 3 multiplied by 1 over root 3. Our root 3's will cancel out, and we're left with 1. Now, in our numerator, 3 over root 3 minus 1 over root 3 leaves us with 2 over root 3, all over 1 plus 1, which is 2. Again, we have a fraction within a fraction. So let's rewrite this as 2 over root 3 divided by 2. Let's make it 2 over 1. Now we can tip in times. We get 2 over root 3 multiplied by 1 over 2. Finally, the 2's will cancel out, and we're left with 1 over root 3. Now we can see that both the left-hand side and the right-hand side are equal to 1 over root 3. So as our final answer, we can say the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. And we have now completed this question.